Hi Mario, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful. So what we have today? I guess yeah. So we have some questions today.
Yeah, absolutely. No, we have an actual featured question from our EB1A Aspirants group. It's a featured case study asking kind of for help on his responding for an RFE.
Yeah, let's take that as a featured question and for the kind of to protect the privacy of the individual. We will not be taking up the individual's name actually, but I'm very sure that this could be a good question for the person. So let's try to take up that question in a more granular detail. And we would have just a second. Let's see. Okay, can we see the question now?
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Now we have this particular gentleman. I think as I said that we will be protecting the privacy of the individual, so I'm not going to go into detail. Making few edits to the original. Okay, absolutely. I think need help in responding to the RFE. My attorney gave me 100%. Okay, my friend, I won't go into this. Is a non-issue to me actually because this is not something that I would like to comment on. But only thing I would say that prima facie, after looking at situation, I really felt it was your case was very promising, and your kind of situation has been kind of unfortunate. But I think it's not a matter of your profile at all. It's a matter of you presenting things in a right manner. I tried to respond to you also in a simplistic way during the at a post below as a response, but I will take up this more in a granular way. The first thing is that the profundity of your expertise, what you are talking about, should be well established. Now we have been talking about this. Let me get more granular here. You don't get EB1A because you have fulfilled any criteria. You get EB1A because there is some kind of an intrinsic benefit to the United States. So I would rather say that first, the profundity of your expertise should come across as in a very deep and incisive manner. That number one, what is your expertise, and talk more about it. Again, if you should do it. There are one or two folks who got RFA in the program, and we did try to help them. Number two, what you should also do is that you should try to also say that how that expertise is going to be benefit to the USA. And third, interestingly, I mean, this is very important, and somebody did get a denial based on that, was that how you will continue in your field of endeavor. So these three things have to be fundamental first before you even can kind of going to the criteria. That has been my approach for everybody else here in the program. And then you try to do it. Though the judging, I mean, I appreciate it has been approved, but kind of you go more detail into that. How was judging was kind of outstanding. The way you did the judging, I would like to just reiterate that even though it is approved. Awards, I've received one internal award at AWS. Although it is an internal award, it's only awarded to the top. I mean, this is not a major award. Let me tell you. You can withdraw this and also ask your attorney to put this into a critical role, which will, I think, will be far superior. Now, now there are two things. It is not a leading critical role. It's either a leading or a critical role. So I think you created $100 million. I think you need to mention the unit of currency also here for the company, supported by the directors. RFE says the role may be at a senior position, but it's not critical enough. Absolutely, you need to put in three things. You need to put in what were the rare skill sets you have rather. What is the impact that you created? Just revenue is just one of the impact. It strengthened the position of the company, how it was linked to the vision of the company, the goals of the company. Something like this. You'll have to go more granular. I think you can. This is beautiful actually, and also I think I mentioned about Stephen Levis' model also. You can talk about it that there is a particular model. You can do it. You can take it from as an expert opinion as a third party, or your company can give that. Okay, how much are you valuing? How much is your value to the company? Couple of our folks in the program have done it. It's like you are valued to X million dollars. Let's say to Walmart, or if this is you're working with Amazon, or you're working with any other company, Google. So there is an X amount of value that you are to the value. This particular model, I think a lot of companies like Infosys or many companies are using this even in a balance sheet to talk about human resource value. So that will straight away seal this particular criteria. And coupled with the fact that you have got an award here, you just move it here. That will be wonderful. Now, original contribution, I have created products, mechanism within the company that did not exist before. They have helped the company make 100 million. It's the same thing. claim supported by directors. My attorney suggested taking letters only from people within the company and not any. Well. I would suggest that have something independent. You don't need a patent, but create some kind of a what was the framework used to do this. That is something important. Remember, original contribution in most of the cases, gets manifested as in three ways actually. In fact, in all possible ways. The first is there is some scholarly article you wrote that advanced the field, and that was applied, and that happened something. So let us say mostly that would happen with a concept in sciences, or if there is a business article, there was some business idea that got kind of manifested. The scholarly article is one of the ways. The second would be a critical role, in which is in your case that you did something and you did it. Also, I would like to connect this to your expertise, which I mentioned before, that how original contribution and your critical role were connected together. So I think this will make the whole, your situation in a case in a very ironclad manner. I have one D-zone publication. The officer wants to know the citation count. Oh no, here you have to tell them that okay, fine, citation may not be a good metric. You have to ask. Don't get into the trap of offering a citation or something, because that may not be kind of a good way to do things. I would simply kind of get out of this. It's not about it has no citations. Citations itself are a wrong metric for your case, possibly. The last is sixth is your salary. I think from a salary perspective, whether you are based in Dallas or Toronto, I don't know. But let's say, for example, you are in Toronto. Let's say that. Then I would use a purchasing power parity to convert this into US and see how high it is, and then connect it back to your expertise. There are some. I think your lawyer should be able to help you. And if you want some support, you can just kind of send the kind of DM to me. Let me see what I can tell you to do this in this case. Media coverage is two media coverages. One is programming insider, and other one in Arthur Prakash. The officer says that these are marketing media coverages public. No, unless and until what is written in that, I don't know. There are some legal doctrines that do cover it. It does not matter whether you got it published before 4 months or before filing. I generally feel that your case is very good, but I think the legal arguments and even a logical argument needs to be more rational. Because let's say, for example, you get a Nobel Prize today and you apply it tomorrow. That does not mean that you are not good, even though they were published before my filing. This is not a reason for rejection. Then society membership. Yes, I think this you have to give a criteria. I would not use IEEE senior member or something for membership. You may like to put it in final merit here. Awards, I told you that needs a little modification. 6 LOR from my mentees who have either got a promotion, transition to a new role, job. I don't know what was mentioned. So I think it's a matter of a certain structure that is very important. You have got somebody from people who are better than you in your role, which is very good. Engineering Innovation Award from Society of Manufacturing. This is different from my current field of work. Actually, you can put both and also put some more points that you have original contribution. It's not that you cannot put it. It is just a reaffirmation and sealing your case. There are, I think, a couple of comments I think people have mentioned, which is good actually. And there are like other aspect. This is a different post. I'm not able to dig out my response here right now, but I think you have my response given to you. So, I can, kind of bet on your case. Actually, it's a very promising case, and I would like you to, wish you all the best. So this is a wonderful case that you have. So that's wonderful. So wish you all the best and God bless you. Before we move to the next questions, Mario, we have somebody called Karan Bansal. He's coming here. Let me see if he has some questions. And let's try to help him. And here it is. Hi, Karan. How are you?
Hi, Ranjeet.
Hi,
I'm
how are
doing
you?
well. How about you? Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. How can I help you?
Yeah, it was my case that you were discussing, right? So,
Oh, actually, since you are spelling this up. I did not want to. Since as a moderator, I know your name, so I didn't want to highlight it. But thanks for coming up and bravely coming up. So I appreciate. Is there something else I could do for you? Tell me.
No, that's it. I think your recommendations are like pretty spot on. I would follow the same, and I would actually like to see how next week can help me in responding to this RFE.
I think it's a. I mean, I have seen a couple of folks who have kind of. We have a certain pattern for people in the program who kind of follow a certain thing. I think your case is very, very promising, and as I told you that since you have been, kind of brave, though I did not want or did not expect you to be coming here like this, but and to kind of state about the fact that this is your case. Your case. I mean, I can easily bet on your case. I can tell you this, but it's a very nice case you have actually. You have and since I know about your background and everything from something, there is no reason. I think it's a matter of just you putting your evidences in right order. Like I mentioned to you, for the purpose of critical role, there is a model that you have to use, which has been kind of sealing. So there are some. If you want, I will do one thing. I will give you for your original contribution and for your critical role, and even for your you don't have a patent, that's fine. But for original contribution and for salary, there is some article I had written that many of our students and many even externally people are using that as a framework. I will be happy to send the links to you. You can just kind of use it, and I made a post also on LinkedIn on that. There were couple of things. You can just look at that post. I will send you the link to that post also. Is there anything specific you have in mind? Question for me to answer you?
No, nothing specific. I think you answered all my questions really well. Thank you so much.
You are absolutely, anytime you're welcome, Kanan, and God bless you. I really pray for your success. So I'm sure you will get your EB1A.
Thank you so much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, that was Karan. Very, promising case. I would say that one of the very promising cases. Yes, some RFEs people do get it because I think they need a proper presentation. So that gives an importance of the fact that it's not necessary that you just need to have a good profile always. It's also important that you present it well, actually. So once we give a good, kind of presentation to the lawyer in terms of evidences, I think lawyers can do the wonderful job then, actually. So that's great. So let's take one or two more questions, Mario, before we call off.
Absolutely. So the next question I have is from Anonymous as well. They ask, does serving as a peer reviewer for top-tier ML AI journals with high impact factors strengthen the final merits determination for EB1A? If an application has completed 50-plus peer reviews, can this help support sustainability claim or add weight to the case beyond meeting individual criteria?
I mean, again, I like to kind of give a little, I would step back a little bit, actually, that you have been a peer reviewer for a top ML AI journal with high impact factor. I mean, what's your expertise? I just want to know that. Of course, it is related to AI and ML, but what was the kind of articles that you reviewed and what was the impact of you doing that, actually? Maybe the articles got more citations after that. Maybe you did certain things that kind of impacted. So I would like to go more in a granular detail. If you have done 50 plus, can this help? Yes. I mean, it's not about sustained acclaim. Is a function of three things, actually. One is temporal. That's a time, how long you have been doing it. Second is how much impactful it has been for you, actually, for you doing that thing. Any initiative that you have undertaken. It's a matter of, and what is the knowledge required for that? Just to give you an illustration, let's say, for example, somebody is a rocket fuel expert. Now, and somebody is doing a peer review for a rocket fuel expertise, I mean, in some journals. Definitely, it would matter that, okay, because even to get that level of expertise, it takes time. So even if one has done 5 articles reviewed, that is a good enough. Now, it also, the profundity of expertise, the profundity of the impact of the work, and the temporal type point of it, all the three have to be demonstrated. To use sustained acclaim, you can use it for the criteria, or you can even kind of reiterate it in terms of putting that in your, sustained acclaim argument. And let's take a last question before we call off, and then we'll take up questions next.
Yeah, of course. So the last question I have here is from Anonymous as well. They ask, my healthcare patent is pending. That's coming from the work related to what I did for a healthcare company. I've been invited to speak at conference. I have multiple research topics that I could talk about. Can I talk about pending patent where I'm the only inventor, or wait until a patent is approved? Any pros or cons? I'm hoping someone will show an interest and I'll get more visibility.
Wonderful. In fact, I would like to give you a good information actually that might be useful to you. In addition to, kind of you can use this for your scholarly articles, because even the conferences are allowed. They could be used, potentially used. Second, you could also use this as scholarly articles. You could use this as original contribution if that is there, and you could also use this as a showcase criteria actually, because it is about your work. Having a patent by itself does not prove anything. It's the impact that matters. So, and it is related to healthcare. So I think that's really wonderful. So Mario, that's all we have for the day today, and thank you for kind of catching up with me today. Today there was a wonderful, I think, questions we did. Like Karan came up. I think I'm sure very soon we should be hearing that he got his EB1 approved. So that would be nice. And if anybody listening to this has any questions, please reach out to Mario or I, and we will be more than happy to help you. If you want to join the program, again, please reach out to us or message us. We will reach out to you. So thank you very much, Mario, and thank you everybody for participating, and have a wonderful day ahead. Bye-bye. Thank you for joining us today. If you have any further questions or need personalized guidance, please reach out to us. We are here to help you every step of the way in your journey towards achieving your American dream. Let's connect and make it happen together.